welcome to a brand new edition of Tanks and Tutties, presented by Tubbs and Franke. You are listening to episode 34, a very special episode because we have no sports to talk about, so I thought I'd bring out my sophisticated voice for the intro. That fucking sucked. I'm never doing that shit again. That was garbage.
I was wondering where that was going.
Anyways, how was your weekend, man? How was your weekend?
About as good as the sports that were on this weekend. I did nothing.
Hey, same here, dude.
It's that time of the year where you just take a break.
It sucks too because normally I would love just sitting at home doing nothing because I'd be watching football or hockey, or I didn't even watch any sports because hockey's not really entertaining yet because it's not playoffs. There was nothing on. I watched a little golf and that was about it. But I did some shit around the house. We played some games, but I had nothing. It was just a boring ass weekend.
Yeah, XFL was on,
I was waiting for you to get on Saturday night, and you never showed. I said, where the fuck is this motherfucker? But, hey, happens. But, yeah, the XFL was on. Speaking of, before we get into locks and long shots, we're going to talk about the XFL just a little bit because there is a relation to the NFL. Franke did not watch, even though he said he was, XFL, yeah, it's back. Football. He realized that the competition is not there. These guys are fucking trash.
Well, it was more more just the fact that I decided to get out of the house because I work remote, so I work at home. So instead of sitting at home and watching the games, I decided to just literally get out of my house and,
went for a beautiful walk.
Went to Golf Galaxy this weekend.
Nice.
I
missed that store. We don't have any of those.
That was pretty
here.
Great. It's the first time I've ever been in there. It's huge.
No. Oh, I went with another buddy of ours. I thought you were there.
But yeah, so I went there on Sunday, I think. So that took up most of my Sunday was going out there, getting food, stuff like that.
So the relation to the NFL is that the NFL is using the XFL to test new rules that they might implement. So there's one where on kickoffs, the kicking team doesn't run with the kicker when he hits it. They line up with the return team. So it's like a play basically. And the NFL wants that for safety and blah, blah, blah. And I saw a stat. There was no injuries in 400 plus simulated kicks. No injuries over the weekend in that situation. So I don't want it. It looks boring, or it seemed boring. But
now that's where I was going to differ.
Safety. Oh, you like it?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw it on Twitter and stuff, and I don't hate the rule because it's like as soon as the guy catches the ball, like he's in action. Whereas like with the NFL, he catches it, he's got 15 yards before a player's even close to him. And we're like now, I would hammer no touchback in every Super Bowl because there's not going to be touchbacks anymore.
Right.
Not for safety and stuff. I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, obviously for safety it's good, but
I wouldn't say it's exciting or anything, but
the really entertaining ones are for their 2-point conversions. They have a 1-point line, a 2-point line, and a 3-point line. And we'll get to it later, but it came into play. And it was fucking awesome. They also have, instead of an onside kick, you can attempt a 4th and 15. If you convert it, you get the ball.
I love that idea.
Do you get the ball where you converted, or do they then kick off? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
That's
I'll watch
a good
for it
question.
this weekend.
I'll
watch for it this weekend,
that
but I probably won't watch it all this weekend. I got a busy weekend.
I would assume there's probably like a set line that you get it at, like a yard marker.
That's what I thought. I thought maybe they started at the 35 or the 25 or something, but I didn't watch. I just saw everything that I'm saying right now I saw on Twitter. I watched about 5 minutes of a game, and I was like, this sucks. But anyways, one of the games, it was 15-3 with about a minute and a half left, give or take 10, 20 seconds. And A.J. McCarron, you've heard that name before.
Dog.
They score a touchdown. It's 15-9. They're going for the 3-point conversion. They get it, so it's 15-12. Now they come back, they attempt the 4th and 15, they convert that, drive down the field, they score, they win the game 18-15. they scored 15 points in a minute and a half, and that was really fucking cool. I think if the NFL had it, it would piss me off, because obviously if your team loses to some shit like that, you'd be like, "This is
I was
horse
going to say,
shit."
you just know the
This is a
Lions'
dumb
history
rule.
and how that would work.
Absolutely. Any game we led, I wouldn't be able to feel comfortable. I already don't feel comfortable until there's zeros on the clock. Now you add this. I mean, it obviously would be really cool in games where I don't care, but I just know that I'd end up hating it. And then the other one was, what was the other one? I'm missing.
So I just looked up the onside kick rule.
Okay.
The 4th and 15 conversion is only in the fourth quarter. And it doesn't say whether or not they'll be put at a certain yard line, but you can only do the 4th and 15 conversion for an onside kick in the fourth quarter.
Well, that makes sense. That's the only time you'd really want to try it anyways, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to bring up was Paxton Lynch. He's the only quarterback to be benched
what a
in
bum.
the NFL. Fucking trash. Only quarterback. This was a former first-round pick, by the way, in the NFL.
He was like top 5, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he was that high. But who took
I'm going to look.
The Texans
No,
took
I
him.
think it was the Broncos.
Broncos, yeah. While you look that up, I'll explain it. He got benched in the NFL, the CFL, the USFL, and now the XFL. He got benched on Saturday or Sunday, one of the days. It's insane. How do you get benched in 4 leagues as a former first-round pick? He wasn't even good enough to remain a backup in the NFL, and then he gets benched in all these.
So he was round 1, pick 26.
Yeah, so he's a later pick, but still, I mean, it's a first-round quarterback.
I believe the Broncos
that's
took
gotta
2
hurt
quarterbacks
the ego
that year.
They didn't take.
Pick-by-pick results.
You think they took Drew Lock?
No, I think they took somebody else earlier in the draft. I don't know why I think that. No,
I think you're wrong.
I am.
All right. Well, that's your XFL talk. That's probably how it's going to be each week. This might be the only week we talk about it. We don't know.
I
Maybe there'll be
do
something else.
want to mention, I thought the Houston Roughnecks were going to be god-awful because their roster just looks horrible. They won this weekend and pretty handily, too.
Who's their coach?
Wade Phillips.
Oh, so they got literally a Hall of Fame coach, though.
Yes.
So that makes sense. So yeah, that's your XFL talk. It's probably going to go about that way, where we don't really know all the facts, but we're going to tell you what we do know and what we saw. We might not even bring anything else up, because this is how it went last year, where it was like, oh, cool, rule changes, and then I never watched again. Or 2 years ago, or 3, whatever the fuck. 3 years ago at this point now. That's crazy. Locks and long shots. My locks, I'm 25-18. Last week we had Michigan spread against MSU on Saturday. That hit. They won by 10. I believe they were 2.5-point favorites. This week, I've been looking at these 3 balls lately. I'm going for the rest of the time unless something else happens, but I think it's going to be golf here on out.
Could bet on XFL.
We've been watching, maybe. That might not be a bad idea either. But we've been watching Full Swing. We're going to do a little recap for you here shortly as well. And it's gotten me back into golf. And so I've been looking at these 3 balls, and it's you bet on the matchup. So there's 3 golfers paired together. You bet on the matchup. The current favorite to win the whole entire event, Sung J M, he's plus 120 to win his round 1 matchup. Yeah, give me that all day. I'm making it a lock. I don't care that it's plus odds. I'll take it all day.
Plus 900.
That seems insane to me that the tournament favorite is plus 120. Obviously, there's factors, but I'm gonna ride it. Long shots now, 13-22. Last week we took
bad
Michigan
record.
spread that hit. It's a lot better than yours, bro. Parlayed that with the under. The over hit. Both teams shot insane. Michigan was 50% from the field, and MSU was 49% from the field. Lots of points. It started fast, and I said this has no shot. Still waiting on Rodgers to go to the Raiders. He should be coming out of darkness here shortly, and we should know something. I did see that the relationship is hindered with those two. It came from a Packers beat reporter, but it was like 4 days ago. So
I just keep seeing reports that the Packers are ready to move on, so things are looking good.
Yeah, I do too. I see that they're bullish on Love, So I don't see Rodgers playing there, and I think him to go reunite with Devontae is a good bet. Also waiting on Packers to not get a first for Rodgers.
That's not happening.
I don't really know about. I'm not loving that one anymore, but who knows? But this week we're gonna also stick with golf. Webb Simpson to finish top 40 at plus 120. This is just such a shot in the dark, but I remember when Webb Simpson was good for a little bit. It was like him and Morikawa and Daniel Berger.
Yep.
They were all like right there for a while, and I saw he was plus 120 to finish top 40, so basically make the cut.
Well,
Yeah,
and
I'll
it's a
take that all
weak
day.
field this week. Not a lot of the big guys are playing.
Right, the biggest name is Sung J M, which is actually a pretty big name, but after that, there's nothing. So, my lock and my long shot are the same odds, so I can flip them if I want. But I'm just going to stick with that. Sung J's the lock because I'm very confident in that one. Webb Simpson, pretty confident, but that's why I put it in long shot. So that way if I lose, it's not as big of a deal. What do you got?
So last week I had Justin Thomas to finish in the top 20. So here's where I'm confused. He did finish in the top 20. He finished tied for 20th with like 6 other guys. So it still counts as top 20. I still count that as a win, right?
I think if you bet it, it'd be a win.
Yeah, it was. I bet like 20-something on it, whatever. I got paid out $5 because ties get paid splits.
Oh.
So I technically lost money on it, but he still finished top 20.
For our locks and long shots, I'd say that's a win because he was top 20.
That's the thing.
But
This is the thing that sucks about golf because like that, he was tied for 20th almost all week, and it was like flipping between how many people, and then the last day he finished tied for 20th with like 6 other people, and my payout went to $5.
Yeah.
That's shit. Anyways, yeah, so we're 4-3-1 this week. Jason Tatum, All-Star Game MVP, coming back first game against the Indiana Pacers, who allow some of the they are one of the worst defenses in the NBA right now. And you expect a guy who just put up 50 in the All-Star Game to not come out and ball? Give me his over 29.5 on Thursday. So whenever you're listening to this, bet this as soon as you can.
How do you can see player props? Because
some of them are out.
break.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I should have bet NBA with the break. Shit.
Yeah. So
That's
we're
all right.
gonna get to
Sticking with
5-3-1 this week. I had a couple other ones in mind, but I stayed off. So just sticking with Tatum this week. Long shots. It's been rough. We got close this week, I will say. We had Will Zalatoris and Tiger to win the Genesis Invitational. Now, Jake talked shit about Tiger. You said you watched a little bit of golf. Thoughts on Tiger real quick?
He looked good. I mean, he didn't look. He's obviously not the old Tiger, but for what he's been through and the fact that he almost lost his leg, I mean, a made cut, and he was plus 200 to make the cut, by the way.
Yep, I had that.
And he looked good. And you got Masters coming up in April. Can't wait to bet the shit out of that. But I mean, he looked good. He finished. He shot a 67 on Saturday, and he looked great.
Yep.
He looked
He
great
went back
on
and
Saturday.
forth. Thursday
Friday.
he shot well. Friday he shot bad. Saturday
Yep,
shot well.
yep.
Sunday he shot bad.
Yep. Saturday he shot 67. He looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good.
I think he looks good. Obviously, he's not the same. I think there's still potential that he could win another event, maybe a major if the adrenaline is there. But he's obviously not going to be a major competitor for the rest of his time. Anyways, I had Will Zalatoris last week to win, Tiger to win last week. What did you say about if Will Zalatoris won, or how was that deal going to work?
Oh, so it was if we hit on roulette.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
I was going to take my winnings and put it all on Willie Z, and then you were going to get half of those winnings.
Yeah, well, Will
But we
Zalatoris
didn't hit on roulette.
finished fourth. 13 under.
He had a shot.
John Rahm won the tournament at 17 under. It was close. It was exciting, but no win on Willie Z or Tiger there. But this week, you've probably never heard this name. I don't know. Maybe you have. Ben Griffin, top 20, plus 280 this week. Like I said, it's a light field. I follow this guy on TikTok. He is a rookie on the PGA Tour this year. and he's not bad. And with it being a weak field this week, all it takes is one, maybe two good rounds, and you're in the top 20. So now that I actually know this guy, I'm gonna bet on him. Ben Griffin top 20 plus 280. Give it to me.
I'm looking up his TikTok right now to see if I've ever seen him.
He's not like funny or
heavily
anything,
on
but he
golf
just
TikTok.
shows like behind the scenes
Shots
of
and
like
shit.
what
Yeah.
goes into like a rookie being on the PGA Tour and stuff, and it's pretty sweet, to be honest. Speaking of golf,
Yep.
do you want to run through our full swing recap?
I was thinking who's who, then full swing, then top 5.
Okay.
I'm just really excited with what I'm looking at here, and
Okay.
I want to do it.
So
Ben Griffin Golf. He's only got 28,000 followers.
yeah, he's not very big, but
All right, I can't load anything in this basement, so I'm going to have to save that. All right, so Frankie's presented something here. I'm sure
also got this idea
most
from
of you-
TikTok.
Yeah, you've seen the TikToks where you have 3 teams up top, and then you have 3 teams on the left, and you have to pick. Frankie chose to do active players. I have to pick an active player that's played for the Warriors and the Pistons, the Warriors and the Lakers. Then I have to pick the Warriors leading point scorer right now, the Bucks leading point scorer, a Duke somebody who went to Duke who's a leading point scorer. No chance I'm getting that one.
Well, it's the leading scorer in the NBA who went to Duke.
Yeah. And then so basically what do you compare that to? How would you explain that?
Like a tic-tac-toe board,
That's basically
but you have
what
to
it
match
is. And
where they intersect. So
yeah, if Frankie didn't know the answers, we would make it a competition. Maybe we can look into that in the future, having somebody put one together for us. But they would also have to check it. So I don't know. But it's just going to be fun. I'll talk you guys through it. So first off, really easy. Pistons, Warriors, James Wiseman.
good.
That's easy. He just got traded. Warriors, Lakers is tougher.
See, I completely forgot about this one, but it's very recent too.
Bucks, Pistons. Is it Thon Maker? Is he still active?
I mean, that would count. That wasn't the one I had, but I'll give
Chris
it to
Middleton.
you. Yeah,
Chris Middleton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fuck.
There was
That
actually a
sucks.
lot of Bucks Pistons crossovers.
So let's try to finish off the Pistons because that's probably what I know best. So there's a Duke player. Oh, Luke Kennard. That was pretty easy. All right. Easy enough. This is. Ooh. All right. I'm gonna start taking a stab at some point scores here. I'm gonna go Giannis for Bucks leading point scorer.
That is correct.
All right. I feel like that's my easy one. Now Warriors leading point scorer. I want to say Steph, but he was hurt for a little bit, so I almost want to say Jordan Poole.
Well, it's not just for the season.
Oh,
It's like
you said it
leading.
was.
No, I'm saying it's leading scorer who played for the Pistons or who played for the Warriors. That's still active.
Oh. Wait, so he led for a season?
He's an active player. No, he currently leads all scorers who ever played for the Warriors, and he's active right now.
Oh, man, that's tough.
It's not.
It's Steph, then.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. See, I'm overthinking it. So now Duke, the Duke player who... Oh, Kyrie.
Good.
Hey, man, I'm killing this shit right now. All right. Duke and Lakers. I have no idea. Bucks and Lakers. One of the Antetokounmpos.
So this is the one I got caught up on because I was gonna put Kostas Antetokounmpo there, but I don't think
Yeah.
he's technically played for the Bucks. He's played for the Herd, which is the G League team.
Oh, okay. But he's not... Okay. All right. So
But
that's not the
there
answer.
is a big player who is currently on one of these rosters that I completely forgot they even played for one of the two teams.
Okay. Ooh, man, that's tough. All right, what about Warriors Lakers? I'm pretty much probably just gonna skip Duke Lakers, unless it's something like. I mean, Lonzo didn't go to Duke. Davis didn't. Anthony Davis, where did he go? He went to Kentucky. I'm skipping that. Bucks Lakers. He's on one of the teams. Shit. Shit. No.
Do you want a position?
Give me a position on Duke Lakers.
I think he's considered small forward.
Brandon Ingram?
Yeah.
Let's go. Dude, I'm
impressed.
That was a shot in the dark. All right. Goddamn, Bucks Lakers. It's gonna piss me off because it's probably so easy. Wesley Matthews?
That does count. I had between him and Brooke Lopez.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I just didn't know if you were going to remember Wesley Matthews.
I don't know why that popped in my head. I guess that's what you get when you live with a Bucks fan. Lakers, Warriors. I feel like there's got to be a super obvious
this one played for the Lakers twice.
So it should be fucking easy. Played for the Lakers twice. Who's on the Warriors right now? So you got Clay, you got Steph, you got Draymond. They haven't moved. Jordan Poole hasn't moved. Who's their center right now? It could be a bench player too. That's the shitty
I will
part.
tell you, it is not a bench player. They're not even on
the Warriors right now. They're not even on the Warriors right now, and I'm overthinking it. So the Lakers, you got Davis, Bron. I don't even know who plays for the Lakers anymore. Give me a position on this one.
Point guard. Journeyman
point guard. You didn't put Pat Bev?
I don't think he ever played for the Warriors. I'll look.
I don't think so either. Fuck, man, I want to get this because I'm gonna call it a sweep. Warriors, Lakers. Point guard too. Well, Steph. Oh, is it? No, he never played there.
Pat Bev never played for the Warriors, by the way.
Fuck. Point guard. Try to think of another hint. I don't want this to go too long. But it's got to be one where you don't give it away.
If I give a third team.
Maybe.
Timberwolves.
Pat Bev played for the Timberwolves. That's all up there. Oh, it's D'Lo. It's D'Lo. God damn it. Okay, that was good. That was a good little grid there. Did you see that on TikTok or did you make that
I came
yourself?
up with that one.
Nice. That was fun. All right, now Frankie's who's who. All he can see, he can't see age, he can't see team. All he has right now is the years they played. 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And he's got to throw a guess out.
Okay, so they obviously played in the playoffs. It's a quarterback. Because I can see QB rec.
Why do you think they played in the playoffs?
Because at the top, there's the playoffs tab.
Yeah, but you can click on that tab and it says no playoffs. It just says 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Okay, my first stab in the dark is going to be Andrew Luck.
Negative. Let's give you a little bit more info here. I'm going to give you teams, and I think this is going to give it away. Actually, let's go age and see if you can get it without the teams.
22.
All right, so now he sees very obviously that this player was drafted in 14 at age 22, and they played till they were 27.
A recent quarterback. Is it a quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it has completion percentage. Duh.
Yep.
Young quarterback.
I don't want to give you team yet. Here, I'll give you this. He can now see touchdowns and a little bit of...
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut off interceptions.
No, it's all right. They led the league in touchdowns in 2015. 23 years old. 35 touchdowns. I feel like this shouldn't be stumping me.
Throw a guess out and I'll give you teams and you'll probably get it.
I'm blanking.
Just throw a guess out. Just throw a quarterback out. You could even say Rodgers.
No, let's go. Let's go with Johnny Manziel.
Negative. That would have been a good one, though. All right, here's the teams. Watch how fast he gets this one, guys.
Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep. Blake Bortles. Look at that record. 3-10, 5-11, 3-13, 10-6 made the playoffs. 3-9. Didn't.
Man.
Or he played 3 games.
What a
one
career.
Completion. One completion for 3 yards in 2019 with the Rams.
What a career.
Yeah. I mean, 35 touchdowns and you went 5-11. Crazy.
I don't know how I
3,600
forgot about
yards.
that too. Like I feel like when I saw the 35 touchdowns, I feel like and leading the league in interceptions, I feel like that should have been a pretty good. Yeah. I guess
a good
without
one.
seeing teams
That's
though.
a good one. I love Who's Who. That's gonna stick around. I love it.
Yeah, that
I
is
love it.
fun.
And you can never run out of people to do. All right, let's get into full swing. Do you just want to kind of do episode by episode? I didn't take any notes. I'm just going off the dome. I feel like it makes it more genuine.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't take any notes either, so.
So we're gonna do first 4 episodes. So if you haven't watched yet, skip ahead. I mean, it's a golf show, so how many spoilers are there if you're into golf? But the first episode, man, I never even knew that JT, Justin Thomas, and Jordan Spieth were so close.
Yeah, and that was actually really cool to see. Just like I don't know, when I think about golf and I think about like all the guys out there, like I don't think of them as like friends. Like I think of them like going out there competing and like going home to their families or whatever. And
I didn't picture JT as a friendly guy. I thought he was kind of an asshole.
oh, see, now I thought that about Spieth, not JT.
I could see it for both of them, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it is just like seeing the fact that they've been playing against each other since like what was it? High school or middle school or whatever. That
high school.
they've been playing golf against each other for so long and they've always been like the top 2 or whatever, and I mean, now you get into the PGA and it's the best of the best, and yeah. And so, yeah, seeing that whole backstory was cool. I wish there would have been a little more about them being friends and stuff like that. Because, like, they talked about it a little bit, but then they just went to, like, the play and everything, which it was cool to see, like, each of them playing and stuff. But all in all, I thought that episode was pretty good. Wasn't my favorite of the first 4, but...
No, of the first 4, my favorite's easy to guess. I would guess yours is the same. Is it episode 4?
I don't know. I was thinking about episode 2.
Was it? Remind me again what 2 was.
Episode 2 was with Brooks.
Oh, episode 2 was good. Yeah. Episode 2, so you kind of went from, like, episode 1 was pretty uplifting and, like, oh, they're buddies and they're competitive. And then episode 2 was, like, Brooks' downfall.
Yeah, so...
And it was like, fuck, this is sad.
I love Brooks Koepka. That was, like... I never really watched golf until Brooks Koepka became a thing. So, like, he was one of the first golfers I really followed. And, I mean, he was legendary, dude. He was one of the best golfers I've ever seen. And for him to just fall off the way he had with injuries and everything... now he's with the Live, and he's still kind of back and forth and being injured and stuff. You just wonder, like, what the hell is going on? And then you see this episode, and it all finally clicked for me. This dude is just a head case. Like, if he could get out of his own head, I think he'd be a perfectly fine golfer again when healthy.
He is the definition of losing your composure. And you saw it in the episode. He was mic'd up. You could hear him.
Well, and it's taking it outside of the golf game, too. Like, he's getting home, and he just, like, can't stop thinking about shit that he did on the course. And it's like, dude, you just got to let it go. Like, once you leave, just let it go. Like,
right, that's it. You got another tournament coming up. But even when they're doing the interviews, he's bitching about his golf game. And it's like...
Well, and he just doesn't look happy anymore.
No.
Which sucks.
No. Yeah. And Brooks, I never really was as full in as you were. But, I mean, he's funny. He's great golfer. I mean, he had that stretch there where he won, what was it, 2, 3?
Well, he only needs one of the majors. for the
Jesus.
for the Grand Slam.
One more major for all of them. Yep.
I don't even remember which one it is, but
it's like the Masters. He's never won the Masters.
Oh, I think he did. I think he needs a U.S. Open.
No, he won the U.S. Open. Now we got to look it up.
Brooks Koepka. Anyways,
he won the U.S. Open in 2017 and 18, and the PGA Championship in 2018-19. Oh, so he held back-to-back titles in 2 majors simultaneously. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, but so he doesn't have a Masters or.
I'm looking right now. What's the other one that I'm missing?
Did you say the PGA?
Yeah, he had the PGA
and the U.S. Open, and then the Masters.
Oh, the Open.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got the U.S. Open and the Open, which is dumb to me also.
Yeah.
I think he's won the Open, though, because they said you need one more for, I'm going to Google it. God damn. Has Brooks Koepka won the Open? Brooks Koepka.
Peppa Pig?
Oh, wait. It doesn't matter. He's in Live.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I mean, I probably did, but...
You didn't know he was in Live? Dude, they
no,
talked
I'm saying
about it.
I probably did, and I probably forgot.
I was going to say, they talked about it.
Did they?
Yeah, they mentioned it, and they showed him playing at the Live.
Oh, that's right. So it doesn't matter. He's never going to get it. Never going to
Unless they change something. But,
which I think they should.
Also, I always knew that I always wanted to go to the Waste Management. And now I realize how much money I would spend to go to the Waste Management.
As soon as I watched that episode, I put it on my bucket list. It was already kind of there, but oh my god, the vibes look immaculate.
Yeah, it just looks so much fun. That would be... Where would you rank that, do you think, in like your golf courses to play?
Golf courses to play, it's number 3. Sports atmospheres to witness in person, it's number 2.
So what other golf courses do you have up there?
The Masters is 1,
Yeah.
and Pebble Beach is 2.
That's fair.
But I also...
I definitely have the Masters at 1. I just did this list like last week, and I don't remember what I had as my other ones. But I would put TPC up there as 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot of TPCs.
Well,
Which one?
oh, yeah. I would put Sawgrass at 2, and then Waste Management at 3.
Okay. Sawgrass is good. I got it at 4. And then what's that one in California they just had the U.S. Open at? Something with a T. Doesn't matter.
Torrey Pines.
Torrey Pines, there you go. My number 1 sports atmosphere I want to witness, though, in person. Got Waste Management's number 2. Number 1 is Detroit during the Super Bowl parade. That's number 1.
Fair.
I mean,
That
how
is
could
fair.
it not be? How could it not be? But yeah, I mean, that episode was depressing. And then the good segue, the third one was too, kind of. Like,
yes and no, because...
The third one was Poulter, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which...
You're literally just watching a guy's career fall between his fingertips.
So, this is where I started thinking a lot about Live. And, like, everybody's shitting on Live. And, like, rightfully so. There's definitely reasons to shit on Live Golf. But if you're a guy like Ian Poulter, how do you not take that?
How do you not take, like, they said tens of millions. I safe to say he got 10 million. How do you not take that when you're struggling to make cuts in the PGA, and making a cut only gets you like 30, 40 G's?
Yeah, like how much would you need to go to the Live?
How much would I need?
Yeah.
I'd go for $300,000 a year. If I had their talent, like, you got to compare me to somebody. Compare me to...
Say you're Ben Griffin.
All right, I'm Ben Griffin. I'm a rookie.
Yep.
Couple mil.
I was going to say,
mil.
I think I'm going higher because then, like, I'm still a rookie. Like, could prove myself.
Right. You got your whole life ahead of you in the PGA, you know. So, but for me, if you want to see me out there just for comic relief, I'll take $250,000 a year. The biggest thing, like, let's talk about Live now, because that was basically what the episode was about. It was less about Poulter and more Live, kind of, is how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously a problem with the Saudis, and they're rinsing their money and trying to get their picture right because they're murdering people, human rights violations, all this shit. But when it comes down to it, most of the guys that went are guys that are struggling on the PGA Tour or got offered a fat paycheck. There's no in between. There's no, like, wishy-washy. Like, they were all, like, struggling to make cuts, or, like, Dustin Johnson and Brooks. I mean, Brooks was struggling, but
the thing, I think it was, it was definitely episode 4. I think it was up. So I'm through 5 episodes. Okay, never mind.
So be careful here. Episode 4 was not about Live.
No, I know. Episode 5 is a little bit, so I'll hold off on that. But
yeah, because I'm watching it right after we record this, so don't fuck it up.
Was Dustin Johnson in episode 3 at all?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they mentioned him.
Well, okay, so we know he's on the Live Tour, though.
Yeah. I mean, I know, but they didn't mention it on the show.
You know that he has a cocaine issue.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows that.
So, also, he was like one of the top golfers in the PGA at the time he left.
He was the top golfer in the PGA at the time he left, and he holds the record for most consecutive weeks as the world number 1.
Yeah. So, do we think he just took the money to be greedy, or what? Because that's one where, like, if that was me, like, I'm seeing all these people leave and I'm a top golfer in the PGA, I think regardless of the pay, I'm staying in the PGA.
Here's the other thing, is that I don't know, I'm not saying this is Dustin Johnson, but, like, family matters. If you're golfing PGA, you're gone Wednesday to Sunday probably minimum.
Yeah.
Live, you're not that committed as much. It's kind of more
true.
Relaxed. It's guaranteed money. Anytime there's guaranteed money, you have to at least think about it. And the amount they probably offered for that top guy, Phil Mickelson's a douche, though.
Yeah, Phil went about it wrong.
He swore it off at first, and he's like, oh, no, that's a problem. Then next week he was like, oh, they offered me more money. But when it comes down to it, they said it in the interview in episode 3, too. I don't remember who it was. It was Poulter, Oosthuizen, and somebody else. And they said, like, some reporter was going off about, what do you think about the human rights violations and blah, blah, and the murder? And, like, that's obviously all very important. But these guys are just there to golf.
Yeah.
Go talk to, what's the guy's name? Gary Powers? Is that his name?
Yes.
Go talk to him about the human rights violations, because he's like the co-founder.
Well, and that's what I want to know how this guy started this league. Like, did he just go to the Saudis and be like, hey, guys, looking for a lot of money to start this golf league over here?
I think the Saudis wanted a golf league and went to him, and he was the only guy that do it. They probably approached him. Like, he was a big golfer back in the day.
Well, and they also said that this was in the works for, like, a really long time with trying to get a secondary league.
I think the Saudis knew that, like, you know, big opportunity, and we need a spokesperson, and they went after him. They offered him a shitload of money, too.
It's ironic that it's called Live when it's the Saudis who are
murdering
unliving people.
Yeah, yep. I had another point about episode 3. Think about it in terms of, like, that's just their job. Like, it's their employers. Yeah, they're fucked up, but they're just over there to get a check.
Yep. I think Poulter said that.
That's literally what it is, man. I mean, there's employers that do shady shit all the time.
Yeah.
So, but episode 4, by far my favorite. I forget his name. Do you remember his name? Something?
Joel Damon.
Joel Damon.
Joel Damon, actually.
This dude is literally exactly what I've been looking for forever since I followed golf. Is why isn't there a guy that's just like, yeah, I'm just here for my check? Where's the Happy Gilmore of the bunch that's like, oh my God, I make the cut and I get $40,000? Yeah. It's literally this dude.
He golfed last weekend, too. I kept an eye on his scores.
Did you?
Yeah.
How do you do?
Not good.
Oh.
I don't think he made the cut.
He's been through some shit, too. He lost his mom to cancer, and then he got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, golf was, like, his last resort, or else he was going to end up, like, I don't even know. But then they told the awesome story of He's in the U.S. Open qualifier. He shoots like shit his first round. He has another round that day. He decides to have a couple claws at the turn. Comes out, shoots 7 under, qualifies for the Masters.
5 under.
And the U.S. Open. And yes, 5 under. And then leads and finishes, I think he was tied for 4th when I looked it up?
Yeah, I think so.
Like he was leading at, 4 under at the actual Open
Mm-hmm.
when he was leading? And then he ended up finishing even to get a fat check. That was awesome.
So
He's like, him and his caddy, too, are just good vibes. That's what I picture if I had to caddy. Like, if you were a really good golfer and I was your caddy, I would, yeah, oh, yeah.
So
That's just how it'd be, just talking shit.
He got cut this weekend. He shot +5.
But see, like, that's the funny part, too, though, is that +5 for a professional golfer is so crazy. It's like, oh, that's terrible. Dude, I shoot +5.
I'm ecstatic.
I'm peaking.
Literally.
That's my peak. I mean, I'm pumped about, what was my best score ever? I'm about to expose myself, I think.
Probably like an 80.
+13 was my best score ever, and it was a short course. I think I shot 84.
86.
It was a par 71. I shot an 84.
Okay.
And it was at Maple Hill, so it's super short course. I barely even had to hit driver.
So the U.S. Open qualifier, it's, what did they say, 2 rounds in a day?
2 rounds in a single day, yeah, 2 18s.
So let's say you go to this U.S. Open qualifier.
Uh-huh.
You get to play the front tees while everyone else is playing the tips. Do you think you qualify?
No fucking chance. Absolutely not.
Even if you're playing fronts?
I wouldn't shoot under. Dude, I could play junior tees and I'd find a way to bogey a couple holes and I wouldn't have a lot of birdies. I'm terrible at putting. And it's a professional course. Imagine the greens you're having to play on. These aren't your Pigeon Creek greens, brother.
This is
These
true.
are like insane. So, I would, no chance. Not a fucking chance.
I think, how much do you think you have to
Put me on
pay
the-
to try to qualify?
I have no idea.
Because I'd love to just go to one and try.
It's probably at least $1,000. Like, it's not worth it for us. It's got to be high enough where it's not worth it for random people to come out and
Yeah,
make
that's
a mess
true.
of it.
I was going to say, maybe sometime in my life I'll get a chance to go out there and just play it just for fun.
Hey, hit the lotto big or something, and
That'd be a
I'm going
blast.
to the U.S. Open qualifier. Yep.
Imagine
Oh,
you shoot the
absolutely.
round of your life and you qualify, though.
See,
What a
but
feeling.
The round of our life wouldn't qualify us.
Yeah,
Maybe
probably
by
not.
the time you have the money to buy into the Open qualifier, though, you would.
That would still be
you know?
electric.
I mean, if I keep golfing the way I am in 5 years, I bet you I'm pretty decent.
Oh, yeah.
I've been steadily getting better. I just need to go to a putting green, dude. That's it. But yeah, Joel Damon, America's sweetheart. I saw he's got a shitload of followers now ever since this come out. Everybody loved him. He's just drinking and playing cornhole. He's there for a good time, not a long time. He's John Daly without being an asshole.
Yeah.
And he's not drunk on the course.
Well,
did you also notice?
Well,
Did you also notice he said a couple of claws, but then at the end, or when he first went back out, beat red. He looked trashed.
I mean,
Yeah, why wouldn't you be? Yeah, dude almost didn't play the rest of his qualifier and then ended up qualifying and finishing top 5. That's insane. Any other points?
no, I'm excited to watch the last 3 episodes while you watch the last 4.
Yep, and then we'll have a wrap up next week.
Do you think they do more seasons of this?
I think hang on, let me look, because they took this from F1 did it first.
Yeah,
I'm just going to look if F1 had multiple seasons.
they do.
I think they will then. I mean, the golfers seem into it. Like,
Well, and
nobody's,
there's so many
slapping the
golfers
camera
that
out of their face.
you can question and interview and stuff like that because
Did you see
the
what
PGA Tour is huge.
Rory said about it?
no,
When it was first happening, this was a long time ago. When it was first happening, though, they were like, Rory said he told him, he said, you can record me, you can interview me, but don't come near my fucking family.
I mean that's a valid
fair
point
enough.
though.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's 4 seasons of Drive to Survive.
Yeah, and they're still
And
making
there's season
it.
5.
Yeah.
Season 5 coming in 3 days. So I think they'll do more. I think it'll be a matter of maybe the PGA shutting them out.
I don't think they will.
or the demand's always going to be there. It's making golf
If
entertaining.
PGA really wants to grow the game and take over, and control golf over Live, they'll let them keep doing it.
Well, and Liv has a TV deal this year.
They do.
They're on the CW, so not a great channel, but
Start.
easier than YouTube, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the first round, and I mean it was cool. Like it's a different setup, but it's just
The teams thing is weird.
Yeah, and they had a solo winner somehow. I don't even know how.
Yeah.
But
I think you get
maybe
like
it'll be great this
points,
year.
kind of like the FedEx Cup, and then your
right.
team gets points, and yeah.
Let's do our top 5. And I want to add another long shot, but I got to see what the odds are first.
Is he golfing this
but I
weekend?
just thought of it. Huh?
Is he golfing this weekend?
No, it's not golf related.
Oh.
Who's he? Oh, you're thinking of
Yeah.
Damon? I mean, I bet he's on there somewhere. Why wouldn't he go play in this? So top 5. We're doing top 5 of celebrities / athletes we want to have a beer with. Mine are all sports related, so I don't know about you.
I have one actor.
Okay. All right. So I'll start. My number 5 is Matt Stafford. Don't even know if he drinks, but I just love him. He's my quarterback. He was my quarterback when I really got into the Lions. I wanted him to get us there. I think it'd just be real nice to sit down with him and reminisce on old times. Be like, hey, remember that time that you dislocated your shoulder and they had to pop it back in and then you won the game? That was so fucking awesome. That's how that'd want to go.
So my number 5, I have Joel Damon.
Fair enough. I thought about it. He'd be in my honorable mentions.
That was just one of the first things that came to my head when we talked about this. I was like, I'd like to have a beer with that guy. Also, I don't think he's golfing this weekend.
Just to be able to be like, so how is it being on the tour? Like you could literally find out everything about the tour you wanted to.
He'd just be like, you know.
He wouldn't bite his tongue either. Like it was. Sorry, I gotta stop doing this. I'm trying to bet on a team to make the playoffs, and I don't know where to find it. I don't know if
You're going to bet on the Lions to make the playoffs?
No, it's NHL.
Oh.
Because I don't want to bet. I don't know. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, I don't see Joel Damon is not golfing this weekend. Damon,
All right.
God.
I think it's Damon. No, I think it's Damon. All right, number 4. I think he's really low, but once you hear my top 3, you'll understand. But I got Pat McAfee at number 4.
Ooh.
Just an electric personality. I bet you he gets after it. I bet you some dumb shit would happen. He's hilarious. He could talk about anything, and just the people he knows, who knows who'd show up. So I got McAfee at 4.
So this one will be controversial for my 4, but I have Brooks. I think. So here's the thing. I think he could be a blast. And I think he'd be like, I've heard him on Pardon My Take and shit, and he's just like, I just want to go out there, golf, and go home. Like I don't want to work out. I don't want to do any of that shit. Like he just wants to golf as fast as possible, go home. Like he doesn't want to be out there. So I think he's just a guy of the people, but also like he's so in his head right now that I don't know. Right now would be a good time to grab a beer with him.
Right.
So I think he'd be good in the right circumstances.
Right. Get him in the right mindset.
Yeah.
Maybe after he wins another.
Oh,
event.
absolutely. Once he wins a Masters, I want to grab a beer with him.
Actually, I bet you on the exactly. I bet you on the live though, he's probably not too sad anymore. He's getting paid big time.
Maybe.
So my number 3, I'm taking Tiger Woods before his DUI. I want to be with him that night. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. I mean, anytime you can grab a beer with Tiger Woods would be great. But I want to see what happened that night when he got that DUI. I want to know what went on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Picture me just sipping a Bud Light and Tiger's like,
So, fun fact, I also have Tiger Woods at my number 3.
before his DUI.
No, I just had Tiger Woods in general. Because, like now, he's probably just that old, sophisticated guy that just sits down and is like...
He's probably drinking Mai Tais.
Well, he's probably sipping something on the rocks, just real casually, drinking some bourbon or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, between that and isn't he a gambling man too?
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
Big
so put him and I in the same room. Yikes!
Yeah, right.
A lot of money's getting thrown.
Yeah. Yep. I won't have another long shot, by the way. I don't see anywhere you can bet it. But my number 2, I'm taking Ric Flair, WWE superstar.
Okay.
So back in the day, these dudes partied hard, right? But I watched a documentary. There was a 30 for 30 about him. This dude would drink all day and all night. And he's also super big personality. He's hilarious. I think it'd be fun to just go have a beer with the guy. You know, I'm not saying I'm getting trashed with every single one of these, but, you know, we'll see where the night takes us. But, you know, Ric Flair, I mean, he said he drank like 30 cocktails a day or some shit in this documentary. And it's like, holy shit. So he's my number 2.
My number 2. Now this is where I go actor.
Oh, can I try to guess?
Sure.
Oh, you said actor, though. Because I was going to say Justin Timberlake. Oh, also technically an actor.
I thought about it, but I kept him off the list. That one actually I feel like is pretty realistic once I moved to Memphis because he's from Memphis. It's like there's a chance, yeah.
I don't think he's going to be at a Memphis bar, bud.
There's some nicer areas.
That's right. All right.
Anyways,
who are you taking it to?
Ryan Reynolds.
Really? Funny guy.
I was going to say, he's hilarious. He's got his own brand of gin, which I don't drink gin, but he's got his own brand of gin. So he obviously likes to drink. Yeah. And he's a hilarious dude. Probably talks sports. I'd love to just sit down and have a good time with him.
It's a good pick. Good pick. My number 1, and I think it's the same number 1 as you.
No.
I think.
Nope.
No? I took John Daly.
It's not who I have.
Really?
Good pick,
I'm surprised. First of all, drinking, golfing, and gambling. What are the 3 things that I love more than that? Nothing. Those are my top 3. Drinking, golfing, gambling. Maybe rip a cig, because drunk cigs don't count. I've never actually smoked a cig, but that's just kind of funny to say. But that would just be a day. This dude, I forget the stories, but he's lost thousands and thousands in blackjack. Just to be able to sit there and watch it and root for him to win. Pretty awkward when he loses, but that's when you just say, all right, John, I'm going to take off. Appreciate you. But also just the dude looks like a blast to go out and golf with. And I'm trash, so maybe he could make me better.
So my number one.
You said golfer.
No. I said I had 3 golfers. I had...
Oh, Brooks, Tiger.
And Joel.
Oh, and Joel. Okay.
I'm going Giannis.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Giannis is just so energetic.
Yeah,
and I could see when he gets absolutely plastered, he would just be off the wall.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I think that would be a blast.
Yeah. I'm just picturing Giannis drunk now, and I can't get enough.
Like, I think of him like after the finals when he was just sitting there with his arms doing the whole...
Yeah.
I could just see him out at a bar. He's bigger than everybody else.
Well, and his accent, dude, I'd be laughing at his accent all night.
Yeah.
That's all I'd laugh at. Then whatever dumb shit he does.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Giannis, what a hoot. All right, well, that wraps up this top 5. I like what we got here with the top 5 and the Guess Who. It's good times. It's good times. We're gonna get us through the baseball season, folks.
Oh, it's coming.
I did actually no betting this week. Or wait, did I? I think I bet something. Might have done a parlay or something. I don't know. It's not that deep. But I don't have anything. You got anything for the Do Not Bet list?
I also don't, because it was a pretty light week for me. NBA was done. I was going to bet on the NBA All-Star game and the competitions, and I didn't, which I'm kind of sad because I wanted to take Mac McClung for the dunk competition, which, by the way,
he had some sweet dunks.
He put on a show.
Yeah.
People saying that like it was a bad dunk competition. No, there were some bad people in the dunk competition.
Yeah,
Mac McClung put on a show.
They're running out of things to do too, and Mac, like, his last dunk, the Vince Carter, it's over. Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
I mean, dude hit a 720.
Mm-hmm.
That's just insane.
Load. Yeah, that was, and then the All-Star game sucked. We're not even going to talk.
Didn't watch it,
but I didn't either. Frankie is on roulette tonight.
What are your numbers going to be?
I get 2.
Yeah. We're going to go $5 ones.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. You hit big.
Yeah.
Frankie hit big again. Fucking shocker. Give me 9 and give me 22. 22.
All right. 13 just hit. 2 spins before they hit 8 on a 100 times. 9
that'd be nice
and
on a $5.
22. I'm going 30, 24, and let's go 11.
Nice. I like these numbers. Oh, he's even going to let me watch. All right, here come our lightning numbers. Only 2 of them. 10 and 28. Neither of our numbers, but this is $150 if we hit total, which would be really nice for the bank account going into the weekend. 30? 30? Is that 30?
3.
Oh, no! No, that's my number.
I was
going
gonna
to
say that's your number.
Oh, no. I always do 3. Oh, I thought it was 30. Damn.
All right, I got $8. Give me one number.
Oh, he's gonna run it again. 0.
Oh boy.
Yes, do it.
All right, I got $8 on 0, so we can get down to an even account number here.
Oh, I didn't know you put $8 on it. I wouldn't have taken 0. This is for $400. 11, 20. Oh, those are good lightning numbers too.
11 and 24. I think we both had. We did.
Just hit the green, baby. Just hit the green. Hit the green. Come on, fall right now. Oh, all right, stay up. Oh,
Oh.
Bounced right over it. Oh, that got exciting.
Damn.
It was 35. We don't touch that one. All right. Next week, by the way, Frankie is out of town. He's going to Memphis. So we're going to do a interview. We're going to have Papa Tubbs on. So I'll get your locks and long shots for next week. We'll update that. I'll do mine. We're not going to have a who's who. But maybe me and Pops will do a top 5, and then I'm going to interview him. We're going to talk about Michigan sports. We're going to talk Lions, Tigers, Pistons. Now, we won't talk about the Pistons, honestly. But I'm having him put together, his top 5 moments of all time, his saddest moment of all time, team he's looking forward to the most. It's going to be the Lions. It always is. And, yeah, we're just going to have a conversation. It'll be pretty sweet. So we'll have that next week if I can figure out how to upload, because Frankie usually handles that.
It's not too bad. I can walk you through it.
Wonderful. We'll figure it out. We'll get it up for you guys. Anyways, have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, door some tutties. Like, subscribe, leave a review. See you next week.
Peace.